How's it going, YouTube? This is Albie the Barber. I just wanted to post a video on tools that are necessary to be a barber, at least from what I know. And when I was coming up as a barber, I was always trying to find videos with tools and all that. So I thought I'd do a part and help, and for new upcoming barbers, make a video for them to know what tools they'll need, just to start out. So just starting out, you're gonna need your clippers. You're gonna need a good clipper, just to take down the hair for your tapering, your fading, all that. This is the Antis Master. This is a great clipper, but there's all different kinds. Wall Seniors, Oster, the fast feeds, whatever one, find which one you like. Antis Master is my personal favorite, or the Wall Senior. They're both great. So you find which one you like, and like I said, this is just more for your tapering and your blending. I use it to take down most of the hair. One thing you want to get later, which I myself don't have yet, but is a detachable blade clipper, and that's just going to mow through the hair. I'm hopefully going to get one of those pretty soon myself. The next thing you're gonna need is going to be an outliner. This is the Antis T outliner. This is basically the standard one. Most barbers, every barbershop you go into, you're going to see this. The Antis T outliner is great. It's a powerful little motor. I have the ProMate blade on it. You don't need that. It just cuts a little sharper. It's my preference, but you need one of these. These are for outlining, to do shape ups and beards and facial hair. You're gonna want one or two, depending on how many heads you cut. But these are lined up. As you can see them, those are pretty close, zero gaps. So these cut pretty sharp. So you want to be careful using these on the back of the neck or on children. You're going to want something that's not lined as sharp, or it's not zero gap, so that way it doesn't irritate their skin, because you can't cut somebody with those. Some shears. You don't necessarily need shears depending on whose hair you're cutting. I personally think it steps up your game a lot if you got some shears. Adds a whole new dimension to your hair cutting. And also, a straight razor, another thing that you don't necessarily need as being a new barber, but you're definitely going to need to learn how to use a straight razor. I taught myself how to use a straight razor. It's not hard. You do have to get kind of comfortable with it, but this definitely takes your game up a whole nother level. It makes everything look cleaner and nicer. You can get a cheap one at Sally's for like $10. And they come with blades like just half razor blades. Just stick them in there, and you're gonna need one of those. Another thing you must need, you might want to keep one or two bottles, is Antis Cool Care, or any type of clipper side, or the Oster blade cleaner, or whatever it is. You're gonna need that after every cut and before every cut. You're gonna spray it down, let it sit for a second, get it nice and disinfected. It's also, Cool Care is also a coolant, so you can spray it on there, especially for your T outliners. They're going to get hot, especially your new barber. You're going to be using these for a while, trying to get those lines perfect. That'll help cool it down a little bit. That's a necessity right there. Another thing you're going to want is some aftershave, alcohol or witch hazel, any type. This is Clubmen aftershave. You spray this down after a nice cut, close up everything, make sure, nothing gets infected, like cuts and stuff like that. Just cleans everything, make sure everything's nice and clean. You're going to need a duster. Any duster will do. You can buy these Sally's, they're cheap. Just any duster, really. So, to me, and of course you're going to need your combs, lots of different combs and brushes. Clipper brushes, more to brush off the clippers, boar bristle brush. You're going to need your guards, all the different kinds of guards. These are Antis magnetic guards, for every clipper you have. And the rest of this stuff is not a necessity, but it's it's good to have. The barber side, obviously, that is sort of a necessity. Clean all your combs, everything like that. After a cut, you put them in there. You will always want to have some hand sanitizer. You don't want to be cutting anybody's hair and then just going to the next head without cleaning your hands. Water bottle, a necessity, especially if you're doing shear cuts, cutting with shears. So yeah, like I said, all this other stuff is not really necessary. You could get it. Um, I have a barber chair, and I have this lamp here and the light. Um, these other clippers, like I said, they're not necessary. But it is good to have multiple clippers. You could be cutting hair one day, drop one, and you do find your favorite. This clipper right here, I recommend though, if you got the means, pick up the wall balding. It saves your liners because when you're doing bald fades, bald tapers like that, you don't want to be using your liners. It's just going to make you replace your blades a lot faster. You get the wall balding, it gets it nice and bald, and it's going to save the life of those. Also for designs, the wall tattoo, not necessary, but it does help. It's got a little blade on there, and you can pick that up too if you wanted. That's if you're doing designs and stuff. So that's about it. You got your neckties and your barber cape and stuff like that. So yeah, thanks for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe. Just trying to help out. Anybody else has anything else they want to add, go ahead. Thanks a lot.